fellow cultists, welcome to Portal Stories MEL. We are going back to Aperture Science and solving all these portal puzzles. 1952?
Is this thing on? Yeah, okay. Greetings, astronaut, war hero, or Olympian. My name's Cave Johnson. And boy, do I have
doesn't
something
sound
to show
like
you.
Cave Johnson at all.
You're here because you're the best the world has to offer. I don't say that lightly, mind you, so take that as one of the biggest compliments you'll ever get in your life, even if you don't know who I am. In the beginning, I started a shower curtain company, making asbestos-laden shower curtains for the military. But I kept dreaming bigger and
Asbestos-laden
better.
shower curtains?
And you know what? That dreaming became doing. Lots of doing. Which brought you here. You're riding into the little Michigan town of... wait. Where are we again? Okay, so... This town doesn't have a name yet, as we're the ones who built it, but that doesn't matter.
Really?
You're riding there, and you'll soon be at Aperture Science Innovators. We're still getting some of this stuff together, but there's a lot of science we can do in the meantime. You've been selected from a large group of candidates for a special test in our temporary testing areas. When the train arrives at the station, head into the town and into the Aperture building. Don't worry, you'll know where it is. You'll get some more.
I don't know where I am in Michigan.
There. Now, get ready to do some science. For now, though, we're gonna put on some nice music for you. Enjoy the ride.
I don't know if this is, I don't know if this is copyright music. I'm probably gonna mute it just in case. But this really, this almost reminds me of, the intro to Half-Life.
Wait. Chris, get over here. How do you spell station? Okay, think about that for a second. Okay. Does station have an extra O before the I? Alright, listen to me. Pack your things. Because you're fired! Get out of my office. Out. Get out. Out of my office. Oh, I can't re-record this.
What? Why was that guy fired? Looks like now we gotta load a map in order to get on to the next map. This really does remind me of Half-Life.
As I said before, there's a lot we're still working on. Just watch your step on the way out, and as a reminder, Aperture Science Innovators is not responsible for any injury you sustain, up to and including death by exposure to cosmic ray spallation. Don't worry, though. We haven't had an accident like that in 3 days. Sorry. Make that 3 minutes. Here at Aperture Science Innovators, we love to give back to the community. So, instead of just giving back, we made our own community, entirely made out of Aperture Science malleable concrete, on top of the salt mines. And that's exactly why you shouldn't touch the walls or stomp your feet either.
Oh no.
You need is to... I told you it was easy to find. You found it faster than any test subjects on record. That's not good. Anyway, just head through the door on the right to the elevator. You all know where to go.
There's Caroline. Yeah, GLaDOS is probably not in this. Nope, can't go through there.
So, at first, I wanted to put in a long flight of stairs that spiraled down through the old salt mines down here. Give the test subjects a great view of the place. But no! The zoning boards on my bean counters said that's why they invented elevators. So, when someone in a wheelchair threatened to sue, my former boys chickened out of me and built this elevator to go to our temporary offices. I'm still working on those stairs, and those guys are working on getting new jobs. Seriously though, the stairs aren't ready, so get on that stupid elevator.
Get on the stupid elevator. Yeah, this mod is gonna still have its dark humor. I just know it's gonna have its dark humor.
Here at Aperture, we're always trying to push the boundaries of science that little bit more. That's why we're taking on this new project. When the bean counters told me not to buy a salt mine to do all this science, the first thing they said was, "No, there's too much space. You can't suspend something over nothing and pray that a test can happen in thin air." Well, thanks to some use of the old calculator between the ears and a generous helping of the "You're Fired" stamp, I came up with a final solution to that. If you can't anchor something in thin air, why bother trying to make it in the air in the first place? I came up with this. Introducing the Aperture Science Innovators Suspended Testing Sphere. Each sphere is suspended in the air, anchored to the walls by concrete and steel lattice rebar. They seem like they float in the air, but in fact, they don't. Plus, we can keep building above them, onward and upward. This salt mine here can take at least 10 of these bad boys per shaft. 9 shafts, 90 tests. We can test whatever we want to and beat that other company into the ground. Black Mesa. Those guys.
Oh, they're mentioning Black Mesa? That means Black Mesa was around in 1950s?
They cried like babies when they saw the cost of these things, but they wet their pants when they threw them out the door. I pay the bills, I make the decisions around here, and I hire and fire as I please. Now, the first of these spheres won't be ready for a few more months,
power to hire and fire.
You'll be participating in one of our smaller tests, the Aperture Science Innovators Short-Term Relaxation Vault.
The short-term relaxation vault. Yeah, that doesn't sound fishy to me. Now, this game only has 5 chapters, so I don't know how long this is gonna be. I guess it depends on the complexity of the tests.
When you get to the offices, I'll tell you a bit more. This test should be real easy for you, though. Just get inside one of the Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vaults and lie in a bed. You'll feel yourself fall asleep quickly. Don't worry, though. Your science boys will get you out shortly. You'll only be out for a few minutes. An hour at most if something goes wrong. Don't worry.
An hour if something goes wrong.
You'll be making science, and you won't have to do a thing. Who's the winner here? You are.
No, I feel like I'm a loser. Look what happened to Seal from the Portal 2. And GLaDOS probably getting the short end of the stick as well. There's... Ah, we're here. Now we have to load another map. Pretty much, this whole thing is exposition for right now.
So, as I said on the last pre-recorded message, you'll be heading into an Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vault for a quick, deep sleep. And then you're done. That's why we brought you here at night. You're most likely a walking zombie. That'll give us the best results. But just remember, don't stay for too long. This isn't a bed and breakfast. And if you decide to stay tonight, I'm charging you rent for the next year. We'll have a bed ready for you. Just follow the testing area signs and go to bed. Don't mind the turrets. They're firing blanks. At least that's what Crazy Harry told me. Had 6 science boys disappear because of him.
Yeah, there's something terribly wrong with Cave Johnson. Okay, can't go through there. Up the stairs? Yeah, once again, we cannot run in this game. Well, it looks like this place has seen better days, but they're probably still trying to... Probably still trying to get in. Mind you, a salt mine is pretty huge. Aperture Cola. Cooled to 3 Kelvin. What was that? Aperture Cola. Repulsion Soda. Speedies. Sarsaparilla. Caffeinated decaf. Caffeinated decaf. But then what's the point? Okay, I guess we're not supposed to be up here. Oh. Local entrepreneur buys salt mine. Yeah, I believe there's a lot of salt. I think Twitter is going to become a salt mine at some point. See, that's the only door that's unlocked.
Don't worry, those tourists won't kill you. The safety on their guns is on. Had some lab boys shut them down. Crazy Harry lied to me.
There it is.
If you're hearing this message, you're at the sleeping chamber. Carolyn, is the test ready?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
Then you're good to go. Step into the chamber and get into the bed. Our lab boys will take care of the rest.
I don't trust this thing at all. Small cutscene. Good night. Yeah, it's not going to be a good night at all. What, it actually worked? However, things are not right. Because now we're at the point where GLaDOS goes insane and almost kills everybody. I have to wait again. At least the load times are short.
Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, right, you can't answer. I'm so sorry, astronaut, Olympian, or war hero. There was a slight problem with the test. Don't worry though, we got shot okay. Nothing's different, nothing's changed. Just head out of the chamber, I'll tell you a bit more out there.
Oh, jeez, this thing is a mess. Well, this place has seen better days.
Had a few of my scientists make what's called long fall aperture science innovators long fall boots. That was easier to think of than I thought. Pick that yellow device up. Don't worry, it's not hazardous. I've had the scientists leave you a new device to help you. Yeah, that.
Old, reliable. New device to help you. Yeah, that's a... It's a prototype portal device.
There's an open door nearby. Should take you out of the building. You'll need that new test to move around. Don't worry though, we built the building like this. Don't worry about that. It's just a new drilling test we're doing down below. Yeah, to get the salt mines deeper, to get more testing spheres in. Yeah, that's it. Just ignore that.
He is a terrible liar. I'm trying to find my... Because I tested this. Yeah, I tested this to make sure it was gonna work. There's an old picture of Cave Johnson. Cave Johnson, what have you done to me? Too bad it wasn't J.K. Simmons.
Don't mind all this too. We just had earthquakes. Lots of earthquakes. Yeah, you get lots of those here in Michigan.
I don't think you get earthquakes in Michigan. Correct me if I'm wrong.
These earthquakes even shook up time a bit. Some stuff from the future got here. Yeah, that's how it's here. Don't worry, it's still 1952. Adlai Stevenson is still president.
Really?
Alright, so, the earthquakes. Kinda did some redecorating in here. Destroyed the door too. You'll have to find another way out.
Well, that's going somewhere.
There's gotta be something you can use to launch yourself over the door. There has to be another way out.
There is always another way out. There it is. Ooh-wee.
I know, things might look different than what you're used to. But while you were spending that little time sleeping, we had some aperture science nanomachines come in and build all this stuff. Yeah, that's it. They're quick little guys. Faster than any science guy I got.
Yeah, I have a feeling that,
Now, I just want to make sure you know something before you go any further. We have these new inventions called emancipation grids in place to prevent objects from moving around to other tests. Now, some guy decided that it would be a good idea to make ones that prevent people from going through, and installed one where people needed to go through.
let's turn it off
Turn
then.
the power off, you can easily turn it back on. That switch isn't like the rest of them. The others trip a circuit breaker that causes an... I think these switches were designed for 2 people. Maybe your new test can help.
That's odd. Oh. I got an idea.
Remember, you can always turn the power on or off again.
Now that won't be necessary. I got an idea. There we go. Is this gonna be like Fallout now? I haven't played Fallout yet. I have New Vegas, but, well, it has music that would get me claimed for copyright. Up we go. All right. Now, I need to figure this out. This place was a bit tricky when I was testing this. Ah. I don't know what that blue line is, but it reminds me of a sniper from... that sniper from Downfall.
The new testing track is just through here.
Oh, did that crow meet GLaDOS?
Oh, that's meant to happen. Just to test your reflexes. You know, after your short sleep.
A jump scare? This game isn't even a horror. This isn't even a horror game. I think they only put that in to troll us. Going up. Yeah, we're not gonna get any of those fancy screens that we saw in Portal 2.
Ah yes, Bravo Volta, the... hold on. 5th testing track, yes, 5th. You'll need a portal device to get through. Sorry, I meant a portable quantum tunneling device. Look, it's in your hands right now. The scientists did their job. You'll do fine.
Yeah, he sounds not good. Is it gonna be a core that I'm gonna meet later? That's one. Now to get the other one. Oh. Well, that didn't work. Well, how am I gonna get that damn cube? Like so. And we can't send it through there. Make the floor blue. Make the floor blue. Dabba dee dabba die. Dabba dee dabba die. Man, I missed that song. I'll probably listen to it later. Ugh. No. Stay put. Just need to get across there. Or better yet. Now to stop bouncing. Leave you over here. Oh, thank God, that thing did not destroy itself. Now, I just need to that. Now, we shall jump. We can fly!
Now, everything about this test is lead-lined, according to my 1950s notes here in my 1950s filing cabinet. Says it's harmful to humans. I mean, not harmful to humans. You'll be okay. Perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about. Oh, and don't worry about the boxes. We got a ton backstocked ready for this kind of thing. Thrown at the wall, destroyed, rinse and repeat. Useless little things. Made them in an hour.
See, now I gotta get across here. Yeah, that's the problem. I can't run. Well, now I gotta get that thing off so I can... Oh, God. Yeah, we don't want to fall down that. See, do I do it like this? Well, that is the right way. There we go. Oh, for God's sake. Oh. Are you seriously? Good. I had it the first time. Oh, I don't believe this. I don't want to go back, and that's my only exit. Wait, I got it. Oh, for God's... Ooh, gotcha.
You're not dead. That means that high toxicity lead didn't get in the air and, I mean, great job, astronaut, Olympian, or war hero. You really are a merit to science. Or something like that. Just remember the Nuremberg Olympics.
Nuremberg Olympics.
Now see, this test uses the new Aperture Science Innovators Propulsion Gel. It allows you to... No, wait, hold on. This record says they didn't make that until the 70s. Never you mind that. Just, solve science.
Okay, don't want to fall out of that. All right. Ooh, there. Did that do it? That is not the right way we're supposed to go. Oh, I see. I need to get back over there. Ah, there it is, right there. Now I have this right. No, I do not have that right. There we go. Ooh-wee. Great, that would be nice. Now, how am I gonna do this? No, can't make portals there. Trying to think. How is this supposed to go? If I take this off, the doors will close. Must be a way to get up there. Oh, almost fell off. That was not the right one. Shit. Alright. Blue. Oh, I got an idea. Now to get back over there. Whew, okay. Now we're in business.
Oh, hold on a second, Mel. I don't think you're that stupid that you're going to fall for this anymore. I'll be blunt now. I'm not Cave Johnson. This isn't the 1950s. Everyone you knew and loved is dead. And now you're stuck here in Aperture Science, down with the trash. Like me. After everyone left because of that boat. Which I'm sure you already knew, but
Boat?
whatever. However, I can get us out of here. If you're willing to let a voice in the sky who just told you he was lying the entire time he was talking to you control nearly every movement you make. Is that okay? I'll just take your silence as a yes. Oh, right, you can answer me. Just do what I say and you'll be fine. Okay?
I know what he's talking about, the boat. The boat he's talking about is the Borealis. Okay, that's not where it's, I think I got the idea. Ooh. You try not to fall through that portal. Aim better. Are you kidding me? Just gonna have to wait until it goes through. There. Has to go through that. And that's what's gonna shut it off. All right, and pressing that button will... Now we have to go through that. Okay, that's not gonna work. See, trying to figure out these puzzles. Now, if I can just get that sucker off. Trying to think. Oh, I got it. Well, that was a mistake. Shit. I know what I need to do. I gotta go back. Let me put this right here. Okay, we don't jump. Now, we have to be very careful. Okay. That took longer than I wanted it to. I think we have time for one more puzzle, and then I would have to call it quits for the day.
So about before, you can get why I said all that, right? I'd rather not have my one chance of escape have a panic attack and die on me after years of being suspended in a faulty relaxation vault. Which could be a real possibility, because as my records show, the old test could cause heart attacks after small exposure to the chemicals. And you were pumped full of them. So, let's all just take a breath and start over. My name's Virgil. I'm a core from up in the Enrichment Center. And before you even think of asking, yes, there is a building above you, and yes, I came from it. I'm not crazy. Don't be too alarmed, though. A lot's changed since you got put on ice.
Yeah, a lot changed since then, huh? Alright, now we can go back and get it. We need to get it over there. There we go. See, that is the way to... We don't want to go through that. There we go. Now what do I do? See, can we go back up here? Yes, we can.
Good job, Mel. See that pipe there that the repulsion gel's leaking on? That'll take you to the pumping station. Jump down and walk on it. Oh, and try not to fall off. That goo down there is corrosive, and it doesn't like human skin.
Yeah, I believe it does not. Hopefully this is the right direction. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Now, according to my records of this room, there should be a turret shooting range at the far side of the room. If you can get through there, you should be able to get to the 4th testing track. That'll take you up to where I am.
Now I gotta find the button that sends all this gel down. So I can get across lickety-split. Okay, I don't see a button anywhere. Okay, those things are still activated. But I am out of time. I'm gonna have to figure this out later. I just need to find a button to get that speed gel on the ground so I can fly right past those turrets. But for now, this is looking pretty good. These tests are tricky, but we can figure them out. Hopefully. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you want to stay up to date, follow me on Twitter. If you want to see more of what I got, sub and ring. See you on the far side. Or you can send me a tip through Subscribestar or Tip Top Jar. See you on the far side, and as always, anime forever. Bye-bye!
I don't miss you every day.